It looks like we're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Dojo. Hi, Mr. Goat, man. I see you hanging out in chat. I see a couple people watching. Hi, guys. Feel free to jump in and say some shit, because we're here. That's what we're here for. Today, we have Mr. DC DeathCursePod with us. How we holding up, brother?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right.
All right. Over here, just being in this little podcast thing.
Yeah,
all
man. Right. You know how it is, man.
Livin.
Livin. What's up, Mad Metal Man? Welcome again, my brother. Good to see you. That guy. Shout and Mr. Goatman's here, so that means our chat's gonna be blessed. Thank you.
Nice.
He's always a good stream when Goatman shows up. What's up? Look who showed up. We got Jack Russell. We got the Hot Heart Queen in chat. Look at that. What's up, guys? Thanks for coming in.
Why is she here? Who knows?
Who knows? She actually has been to every live show I've done in the past 2-3 weeks, except last night's, and that's understandable.
I don't know how she has the time.
Yeah, well, probably. That's a good question. I'm not going to question it, though. I'm just going to go with it and thank her for being awesome.
Absolutely.
And once again, people that have been here a lot, Jack Russell. Jack's been showing up a lot, too. Speaking of that RP stuff we were talking about off chat. Yeah, he's one of them. Good dude. I'll say that. Right. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Sunday. Just checking out the chat. Yep, all right. So, what's going on with you today, brother? Everything good? You want to give a little introduction, I should say?
Oh, man. This is all right. I've just been trolling around. We were looking around at apartments. I don't know why, but we were. Me and my wife. And, no, I'm just DC, Death Curse. Everywhere. Like, I don't even have the Death Curse podcast anymore, and I still go by Death Curse Podcast.
That's still a great name.
Yes, it is. It's a fantastic name. And everyone always asks me, and I kid you not, they actually ask what DC stands for. And it's like, Death Curse. That's not my initials. Yeah.
Well, that's fun. So, podcaster, overall meme lord,
yes.
Right?
Yes. Lots of
all the memes.
Yes.
And you're into wrestling, video games, collectibles, I should say, right?
Yeah. Any all around nerd shit.
Nerd shit. So that's what this show is going to be about today, guys. If you have questions for either one of us, I should not read the chat while I'm trying to talk. I'll say that right now.
Makes it interesting.
Well, you look like a whole ass meal. I look like a whole ass sausage. Apparently.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Awesome. I wonder who wrote that.
Yeah, it was Jack. Just screwing around.
Yeah, it's all good.
Metal, I expect some good questions today. You're my dude. You're knowledgeable. You know things.
Yes.
Metal man in the chat.
Yeah, and that's all I listen to is metal. So.
Yeah. Well, you guys will get along great. Trust me. This dude is like musician all around. He just knows everything about fucking music and puts me to shame.
I can play the guitar.
Yeah.
And let me tell you the worst mistake you can make playing the guitar, and that is learning to play the guitar with Tool. I learned how to play the guitar when I was a little tyke, and I learned how to play Blink-182 because it's 3 chords, simple. Then I wanted to learn something a little more intricate, and I learned Tool. I learned the entire Anima album, and then I learned the entire, 10,000 Days album, and and Lateralis. And then I decided to go to Slipknot. I'm like, I want some Slipknot. Cool. Sure. And I can't play a normal time signature now. If I'm playing it, I'm playing it too fast or too slow. I cannot play a normal time signature. Thanks, Tool.
Thanks, Maynard.
Thanks,
yep.
Maynard and Adam Jones. Danny Carey.
Yeah, let him name them. Fucking Tool. I'm not a huge Tool guy. Not gonna lie, I know it. It's okay. I mean,
it's not for everybody.
My sister goes nuts on this stuff, and I used to make fun of her all the time for it. But like Pussifer, I like Pussifer. You know, fucking they were pretty good.
Pussifer and A Perfect Circle. I can do
Perfect Circle. Yeah.
Pussifer puts on one of the best concerts concerts I have ever seen in my life. It is a show. I love it. Yes.
Do you have a favorite album off? Name a favorite album off all three of those bands. Go.
Pussifer, Money Shot. Money Shot was, or actually, you know what? I have to have a tie on that one. Conditions of My Parole and Money Shot. Fantastic.
Excellent.
Perfect Circle, Martynoms, easily, and Tool, Lateralis. Yeah.
Lateralis. That seems to be a popular one.
Yes. It's 10,000 Days is great, and so is Anima, but Lateralis is what I think Lateralis represents Tool as a band, because it's the weird time signatures, the art house music, stuff like that.
I can appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on Tool, guys, by the way. I'm not. I'm just saying.
No.
You know.
No, you can not like a band and still respect them.
Right.
I mean, I don't like Avenged Sevenfold, but I still respect them.
I don't even, like, I might have heard 2 songs. I don't really care to listen to them, honestly. I'm terrible.
I get in so much trouble for that, because I say I hate Volbeat, Five Finger Death Punch, and Avenged Sevenfold.
Ooh.
And everyone's like, what? It's like, Volbeat, the dude sounds like Swedish Chef. I don't care. He literally sounds like sweet. I
can't disagree, man.
Off. No. Fuck all that shit.
That's
And I hate Kiss too. I got a stalker off that one once. I was like, I hate Kiss, and they're like, oh, how dare you, sending me nasty DMs and jumping into my YouTube channel. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
really doesn't matter if you hate Kiss. The world's gonna end. The end.
Yes.
That's how it works,
Gene
right?
Simmons is an asshole.
Amen. I mean,
Yeah.
that's funny because they were talking about Kiss last night. I didn't say anything. I like some of their jams are cool, sure, but like Gene Simmons is a fucking dick, and I don't respect him.
He stole Psycho Circus from ICP, and anyone who wants to debate that with me, bring it on. They did Psycho Circus far before Kiss did.
Oh Lord, we're already starting with the Juggalo talk, guys.
If you bring up Gene Simmons, I immediately go straight to Juggalos.
And isn't that funny how that works? Because my brain kind of associates the two as well.
Yes, it is.
Oh God.
But it doesn't matter. Dropping my caps.
Oh, you're cool. The chat's really responding to this. This is awesome. You guys in the chat, name your favorite album right now. Go. Just to do it. Just do it. Why not? Let's get into some stuff.
Favorite album, any band.
Any band, any genre. Go. Let's debate. Let's talk. I play a little guitar too, but I'm just rhythm. Basic rhythm. I started learning Misfits, man. That's where I started. Misfits and Metallica.
Metallica I can do a little bit of. And it's the basic stuff too. It's not like something wow. It's literally like One and Master of the Puppets and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, still good jams.
Yeah, it's still cool. Like the first solo I ever learned to play was the beginning solo of One. Yeah, so that was cool.
You're way ahead of me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Oh, I actually learned how to play like solos, finger movement, believe it or not, on Incubus. Like he has Mike Eisinger has some great freaking like solos. So I'm like, they're kind of not the metal band, but I like them.
Yeah, we all like something. I'll listen to anything, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I can't do rap and country. It's like I try so hard, but it's just like
Not even a little?
A little rap. I can do rap.
Okay.
Lil Dicky, Eminem, stuff like that.
Sure.
But country, absolutely not. I can't do it. I try. I really do. Like Johnny Cash, I can do. Johnny Cash,
Well,
cool.
is he really just country though?
Yeah, that was about to be my point. Is like I don't think he's just country though. And like old school stuff, Conway Twitty, cool stuff like that. But it's just country is too depressing for me. It's sad.
It's true.
Yeah. It's okay though. There's another one. Garth Brooks. Actually, my second ever concert was Garth Brooks. I went with my sister, and dude came in on a zip line, and it was awesome. Like that was rock star shit.
Oh, Garth Brooks is a character. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he is. First ever concert was Pearl Jam though.
Pearl Jam, really?
Yes, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, and Alice in Chains.
Wow.
Yes, with Lane Staley and Chris Cornell. So I got to see them before they died, and that's one of my biggest accomplishments in life.
I am actually quite impressed with that. Hi, Uzi Q. Thanks for stopping in. Mike the Naked Bigfoot's here. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you guys. Hi, and bye, Jack. Thanks for coming in for a minute. You better catch the replay, or I'm coming to your house. Well, yeah, I'm down with that. My first concert, man, was like Violent Femmes down in Baltimore Arena. That was crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah. I think that was my first one.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, Pearl Jam was definitely my first because I was like 13 or something like that.
It's hard.
Like 13 or 14.
Hard to keep track some days.
Yeah, especially with my age. Like my fiance has not been. I call her my wife because we've been together for 5 years and we've lived together for 5 years. So I'm like, fuck it, we're married. We're getting married for real in April of next year. But like, she's never been to a concert, and I'm like,
really?
She went to Winter Jam, which, if you don't know what Winter Jam is, it's a Christian concert.
Okay.
Yeah, not good. And she's like, okay, I want to go to my first concert. And before COVID hit, we had tickets to go see Slipknot, Metallica, Korn, Disturbed, and Deftones.
Ooh.
And I'm like, that would have been a mind-blowing first concert for her, because she wants to marry Corey Taylor. So
I feel like a lot of people do.
Yeah, he's got this big old neck.
Big
you know what they say about guys with big necks?
They need long scarves.
Yes, they do. They wear big shirts.
Big shirts. See, that's the kind of jokes I like here. That's how we do. You're fitting. Welcome.
Oh yeah.
It's 15 minutes in and we're still. What happened with your hair?
I was like, my hair is like, it's I can do this. Yeah. It's not reacting the way I want to. I put like product in it and it's floofy. Here, I can fix it all right now. Done.
Beautiful.
Much better. Yeah.
I feel like going and throwing my hat on now.
Yeah. I should throw the cowboy hat on. Everyone seemed to go crazy over the cowboy hat when I was wearing it. I'm like, whatever.
We'll give them something to look forward to next time you come on.
Yeah.
How's that?
I won't be wearing the cowboy hat. I hate that thing.
I'll wear one if you wear one.
Oh, I wore it. I dressed up like Joe Bob for one of me and Charcy's episodes, and it was a Joe Bob hat, and I had the Joe Bob shirt and everything. I even had a bolo on, and I was just like, I look fucking stupid. So, and everyone else was like, no, you look great, and I'm like, this is not me. I am a White Castle t-shirt and cargo shorts. That's how I roll every day.
I feel it, man.
Yeah.
So, well, let's talk about that. So you and Charcy do a little podcast. You want to give our viewers a little tidbits of what that's about?
Yeah, it's literally us talking about our favorite horror movies, but it's evolved into just us talking about horror in general. Mm-hmm. Like, we used to pick a movie, we'd watch it, discuss it, but in every episode we would discuss it for about 30 minutes, and then for 30 minutes we just trail off into just talking about random crap. We would always try to link the movie to a moment in our life where it was like, this movie's scary, so like, what is a time where you were scared out of your mind? And we would each give a story on it. And it kind of like, people liked that part of it. They were like, yeah, okay, we've seen that movie 10 million times. We don't care about what you have to say about it. So talk about, do more of this. And so it kind of evolved into that. And now, we just kind of go with that. We didn't get to do one this week because we were both extremely busy. So
life comes first.
Yes. And she is a very, very busy woman. She had two bridal showers or 2 weddings back to back, and I'm like, God, man. And she's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. She's all upset, and I'm like, it ain't going to matter if we don't do one for 1 week. It's just, it is what it is. Like, we're busy, because Charcy's like, she's got the biggest heart of any person in the world, like any person on this earth, and she cares so much for hurting people's feelings or disappointing somebody. She doesn't even like blocking people on Twitter because she's afraid she's gonna hurt someone's feelings. And like, that speaks volumes about who Charcy is as a person. But she's super awesome, and I love her to death. So yeah.
I was gonna say definitely respect Charcy. I've talked to her a few times in threads. Nothing but good things to say, honestly.
Yeah, she's super awesome. I mean, I don't think she has any enemies.
Well, I'm sure everybody has one we don't know about. That's what I tell them.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
I'm sure I have plenty of them. I got blocked a lot for the memes.
Really? Well,
Yes.
let's get on that a minute. So you do post a lot of memes, obviously. Let's tell me a story. Let's get on that.
Oh man. Well, the memes, like one thing that people I don't think they understand is I don't make most of those memes. I find them and then post them. I do make about 20% of them. But oh no, I'll give you one from last night. I posted a meme. I don't know what your meme knowledge is. But
Enough.
okay, there's a new meme from animated superhero television show where it's the superhero looking at two planes flying by. The next panel is him looking at his son and say, "See what they have to even have a fraction of our power." And it's like that's part of the meme. And I put this one. You won't get it all since I don't know if you watch wrestling. People who watch wrestling will know. I put a picture of Becky Lynch and Brock Lesnar as the Jets, and CM Punk as the superhero. And the next one was CM Punk saying, "See what they have to have a fraction of our power." And I immediately got like 4 DMs like, "Fuck you, AEW sucks, you mark." I'm like, damn. So,
wow.
yeah.
Well, I was seeing some CM Punk popping up a lot. So he's with AEW now, or what?
Yeah, he debuted Thursday, actually.
That's
and
kind
it
of cool.
was a big moment. If you ever want goosebumps, go on YouTube and look up his return. It is ridiculous. I've never heard a crowd go that loud, and I've been to pay-per-views. I've been to multiple shows, and there was even grown men crying in the freaking stands.
That's
Like,
crazy.
It was crazy. Yeah, and it's just a man. I actually have a CM Punk tattoo right there.
There you go.
Yeah, I have a lot of those. A lot of tattoos.
And each one has a story too, right?
Absolutely, because that's actually not just for CM Punk. That is, I'm straight edge. That's a straight edge tattoo. Excellent. Yeah, and I got that on my 15th year sobriety anniversary. And who better to represent it than CM Punk, the straight edge guru? And I got him 15 years. That was 6 years ago. I've been sober for 21 years. So,
Oh, congratulations on that. That's an accomplishment and a half.
absolutely. It's hard to do, but I did it. I mean, I was an alcoholic at 16, so it was rough. So I just dropped out of high school. I didn't have anywhere to go, so it was tumultuous. It was awful, tumultuous. It was awful, but I did it. I survived.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, they say.
And I definitely got through this one. So it was I got sober, went and got my GED, and now I have a lot of college degrees. It's a little I have what? Associates, bachelor's, master's, another associates, and a bachelor. So 6 degrees.
That is crazy sauce.
Yes, I have a ton of degrees. I have a journalism degree that I don't even use because I used it for a while, but I grew to hate journalism.
Really?
So I got out. I was like, no, I'm done. So
Was there something that drove you to that point where you just had such a distaste for it you had to leave, huh?
yes, due to NDAs, I can't give
Sure.
like specifics, but I used to write for a NFL football team, and one of the premier players for this football team happened to die, and they wanted me to write a certain story about how he died, but that was not in fact how he died.
Gotcha.
And I knew the guy, and I'm like, that's not true. I don't want to write that. And they're like, no, you're going to write it because it's going to sell. It's going to get views. And I'm like, then I'm not doing it. And they're like, then you don't have a job. And I was like, I guess I don't have a job, and walked away and got out of that. That was the end of my journalism career. And then I immediately went back to school for medical. So, and now we got a psychology degree. Yeah.
It's funny where life takes you, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I still use the journalism degree because it's an English degree and I'm an English professor. So,
Oh,
yeah,
there
I
you
still
go, guys.
use it. Yeah.
Getting to know DC here, everyone.
Mhm.
Saw some questions in the chat I wanted to get to in a minute. Because Metal had a question about music, I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
For it.
find Metal. I'm getting to your question, buddy. I gotta scroll up. you guys are nuts, man. Kiss Brandon. Okay, hates Kiss. Yeah, we got that. Do. What
Sorry.
says what gear does DC have in regards to guitar, amp, FX? Also, favorite alternate tuning.
I am. This is going to be the most basic thing in the world, but alternate tuning is drop D, and I know that's super basic and awful, but it's just everything sounds so crunchy when you do it, and I like it. I actually have a very cheap PD that I've been playing my whole life. I am left-handed, and it's a right-handed PD Patriot that I strung upside down. I actually had to take the pickups, turn them around, because if you don't do that, it makes the highs sound awful. So I had to do that. Marshall amps, just a tiny little thing. I don't play live or anything. I just play here. Don't have any more effects pedals. I actually threw those away. Not threw those away, but sold them. I actually got rid of those because I have not picked up a guitar in 2 years.
Oh, I feel that pain.
Yes, it's the last thing I played was Duality and Psychosocial by Slipknot. And when I couldn't get the pacing down, because it's like dun 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 dun, you know, I couldn't get that down because I'm so used to playing in such stupid time signatures with Tool that I was playing it too fast. And when you play that particular that half second, that don't if you play it too fast, it doesn't sound right. So I was like, I'm sure if I practice long enough that I could get out of the time signature thing, but I have no patience. So
yeah. Well, I think that's most of society these days, brother.
Yeah, pretty much.
They all want that in what do I say? Instant gratification, that's the words.
Yes.
And
I'm that kind of person. So
you got some congrats from the chat, by the way, for your sobriety there.
Oh yeah, thank you. That's a big one for me because I did it without AA or anything like that. That was completely cold turkey. And still, when someone asks how to be sober, I will always say, get help, go to AA. Do not do it the way I did it, because if I would have gone to AA or actually gotten help, it would have been much, much easier. Like the way I did it was just not the way you should do it. Cold turkey's not it. Because I wasn't just an alcoholic. I was actually addicted to opiates, painkillers.
Right.
And yeah, so weaning off that was just not, because I am also bipolar and I take medication for that. So I had to wean off of this while staying on this, while this and this were counteracting each other. So I had to learn to live without this, but still with this. And it was rough. Like, it's not something I would recommend. So, but
fair point.
Yes, I made it though. It's cool. I did it without any major incidences. I've never gone to a hospital for anything related to that. Never overdosed or anything like that. I was very lucky in getting out of all that.
Oh, that's definitely an accomplishment. And I've had a few friends that's been through similar situations. Some aren't so lucky and they're obviously no longer with us, but that's part of the game, you know?
Yeah, it's no joke, man. Like, and all of my favorite singers, Chris Cornell, Lane Staley, God, who else can I name? Scott Weiland, Chester Bennington. All of these guys like had either mental or substance abuse problems, and so whenever I see someone like Lane go out through substance abuse, it kind of hurts a little more.
Right.
And having Chester go out through suicide because of his depression, that hurts because I lived that, and it's like, you know, and what really hurts is when you listen to Chester's. He has another band. It's not popping in my head right now. But they just re-released an album, and if you listen to the lyrics closely, you can actually tell the kid had problems, and all he needed was just someone to help him out. Gray Days was the name of it.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Yeah. And he just needed someone to help him out. And it's like, you also see that picture on Instagram, the very last picture taken of Chester Bennington. He's smiling with his kids. He looks so happy. And then he died like 2 days later. He hung himself. And it's just like, you hear things like that when you have a mental health issue, when you actually struggle with mental illness, you hear stuff like that and you're like, if they can't make it, how can I? And it's rough. Like that one, Chester's and Chris Cornell's deaths hit me a little harder than, celebrity deaths don't really hit me hard, but those got me. It's like,
well, it's a connecting point for you, you know? Yeah.
Absolutely. And,
makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm a huge Linkin Park fan, so it's and I was a ungodly massive Soundgarden fan, and Audio Slave for that matter.
I liked Audio Slave. Soundgarden was good back in the day, man, for sure.
God, grunge, man.
Oh, how about that 90s era, huh?
Yes, and that's another one I get in a lot of trouble for, because I have an opinion on grunge, and I get some crap for one of my opinions, and I'm even kind of apprehensive to say it here, but
up to you. No pressure either way.
I cannot stand Nirvana.
Oh, that's fine. I agree with you.
Yeah, God, the best thing to come out of Nirvana was the Foo Fighters, man. Because I love the Foo Fighters, but God, dude, his voice was so bad. Like, it's just. And that was the era I grew up into, which is kind of sad.
Well, I feel it.
I was Alice in Chains. I was way more Alice in Chains than I was Nirvana. And that was the Beatles and the Rolling Stones back in the 90s. It was like, you either like Alice in Chains or you like Nirvana.
Right.
And I was Alice in Chains, man. Lane Staley in Dirt. Oh my God. Just everything they did. Jar of Flies.
Yeah.
Crap. Ugh. And they are amazing live, by the way.
I can't say that I've seen them live. I've seen a lot of people live, but not those guys.
Had a bucket list. You have a bucket list of bands you have to see live before you die?
Well, that's funny you said Johnny Cash, because he was on my list, but he's gone. Oh, man. Like, I would have loved to see him. See, I grew up 80s country, like Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, shit like that. That was me.
Ollie.
And then we evolved into my folks. Like, I would steal their Beatles albums all the time, listen to them, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm named after a Beatle, so I have love for the Beatles. My middle name is Paul.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Beatles though. I mean, I don't even care. Like, John Lennon may have been a piece of shit or whatever. The music was decent.
What about Rolling Stones?
I can dig some Stones.
More Rolling Stones than I am Beatles.
I'm more Beatles than Stones, but Stones is it's hard. It's hard. You know what I mean?
It is. But you don't have to be, because see, I actually asked Twitter not long ago. I'm like, why does everyone hate? Why does everyone have the Beatles versus Rolling Stones thing? Why is that a thing? Why can't you like both? And everyone was like, oh no, it's not a thing. They were actually friends. It was just the media did it. And I'm like, oh, well, that makes me feel better. So that's cool.
People just need to talk sometimes. I feel like they need that controversy in something, you know?
What was it? Rolling Stone. I mean, it's. I can kind of make you like. I can tell you that Dolly Parton is an amazing human being in real life. I live in Knoxville, which is I can throw a rock and hit her house, because it's like she lives in Sevierville, which is, I think, 30 minutes from us. And I used to work she has a hotel in Dollywood called Dreammore Resort. And I worked for them for a little bit. And I was on your first day, Dolly comes in and says hi to all the new employees, shakes their hands, all that. That's what she does. She's a wonderful human being. I was sick that day, so I didn't get to meet Dolly. So whenever I came in, I was just doing my job, and they're like, "Oh, Dolly's here to see you." And I'm like, "What did I do?" No, she's here because she wants to meet everybody. Okay, cool. And she came in, and I was like, "Holy crap, it's Dolly!" And I gave her a hug and everything. She's a short little thing, and she wasn't wearing a huge wig. She wasn't wearing all the makeup. She wasn't wearing her crazy. And I'm like, "You're not wearing the huge wig and the makeup. That's what you're known for." And I swear to you, she looked me dead in the eye. She goes, "Oh, honey, that's not what I'm known for."
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, she's the coolest lady. She was such a sweetheart, and she's kind to everybody. So everything you hear about Dolly Parton, the reason why she's not a billionaire is because she gives so much of her money away. That is 100% true. Everything you hear, she's a wonderful human being.
That's beautiful to hear, though. It's nice to hear some positivity coming out of,
Yes.
celebrities and stuff for once, man.
Oh yeah, she's a sweetheart. Loved her to death.
I'm going to shout out Nacho in the chat. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Nirvana Sucks Major Ass is coming from half the chat, so you're among good company, sir.
Yes. Thank you. I thought for sure I was going to get flamed for that one.
Oh, you're good, man.
Yeah.
The dojo, we only let the finest of the finest in here,
Good. That's what it is. So I've got my old cassette tape sitting next to me, and there is no Nirvana in there.
Well, we're going to get on that, too, in a sec, I think. I think we're going to bring up some stuff we were talking about off air. So I hear there's a little juggalo in you, is there?
Yes, I was a juggalo in I guess high school.
Yeah.
And I was showing you, I still have all my cassette tapes of I have Carnival Carnage, Ringmaster, Great Malenko, Beverly Kills 50187, Riddle Box. I have all of them right here. And but what I want to say is, like, I know juggalos get a bad rap sometimes, and
they do.
I have never had a bad experience with a juggalo, but I've heard of people having some. But it's like, so I went to one gathering my entire life, one, and I got there. This was after I stopped listening to him. I was in my 20s, and I was like, okay, going to the waiting in line to get in and everything, and this dude standing in front of me turns around, face painted, Violent J, all of it, and he's like, "What's up, fam? Hey," he's like, you don't have any gear?" I was wearing a friggin' t-shirt, and I'm like, "Nah, I don't really have any ICP gear." And he's like, "Oh, that's all right." And he just left, and I was like, okay. And he was stopping at every person all the way up the line, and then he bolted off to the left there, and I was like, I don't know. He came back with a Hatchet Man jersey, and he handed it to me, and he was like, "Welcome to the fam." And he had stopped at everybody and got money from every single person in that line to go buy me a jersey. Those jerseys are like $200.
Yo, they were nuts, man. Yeah.
And he gathered the money. He was like, "Hey, we got a new family member. Why don't we welcome him in and buy him a jersey?" And he did. And all these juggalos got together to buy me a jersey. And I thought that was the coolest thing that I'd ever seen. Now, I didn't get that ever at a Slipknot concert.
No.
So you will never hear me say a bad thing about the juggalos ever. Like, I actually like those guys. I have a lot of juggalo friends on Twitter, even though I don't listen anymore.
Right.
I stopped listening in high school. Rap is just not my thing. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with them not being talented or anything like that. It's just, in fact, I think, well, he's not in ICP. In fact, I don't even think he's with Psychopathic Records anymore. Jamie Madrox.
Oh no,
Twisted.
They actually have their own label.
Okay. Jamie Madrox is one of the most talented rappers that I've ever seen. Like,
completely.
Is crazy good. Like, he is the Shaggy 2 Dope of Twisted, because Shaggy 2 Dope is clearly the talent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the Monoxide Child is in, but Jamie, he has a solo album called Fatso that was one of the best albums I have ever heard in my life.
Hey,
dude,
fatty fat.
Yeah, like, he has a freaking line in there. He's like, "I've got tight amped up like Jim Hellwig with tight wristbands."
Yep.
It's like, dude, that's a fucking Ultimate Warrior reference.
That's a bar.
So dope. That's so dope, man.
Real quick, apparently there's a pants check. There's no pants here, I promise. Not today.
I'm wearing shorts, man. I'm sitting next to a vent that's blowing out cold air. Like, no, I have to wear pants here, dude.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, pants are the devil. What are you doing?
They're the devil, but they keep me warm. They're not pants, they're shorts.
Shorts are fine.
Cargo shorts.
Shorts don't count. What's up, Kitty? Hey, welcome to the chat. Twisted made the Magic Ninja record label. Yes, they did, and it's funny. Let me tell you a story. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. So I started doing online radio. I was talking a little bit about this. Some of these guys know this stuff. My co-host used to work with ICP, yada yada yada. So I started the dojo up with the PantsNinja on blah blah blah.com, which we're not going to mention a site because it's long shut down. Shortly after that, I see that the dojo shows up on Periscope and Twisted's running it. Okay, copping my style, guys. First off, second, Mystic Ninja Designs, MND, right? Magic Ninja, whatever, MN. They're stealing my shit. That's all it was. I'm telling. No, it's a joke, guys. Really. I love Twisted.
Never know, man.
No, Twisted's awesome.
No. I've never met. Only one I've ever met out of all the psychopathic. Oh no, two. Wait, is Tech Nine?
No, that's Strange Music.
Okay, cool. Because I met him.
Yeah.
And I met Jamie Madrox. That's it. And Jamie Madrox was the most down to earth human being. He was so dope, man. He was such a. It was like talking to you, just a normal human being. And you don't get that a lot, because I've met quite a few celebrities, and a lot, like they say, never meet your heroes. And I met my hero. I met Corey Taylor, and I was very happy. Like that is a very down to earth human being. And I put Jamie Madrox with Corey Taylor, like super nice guys. Like Marilyn Manson was a little weird. I met him, but he was odd. So.
I've heard tales, but like you said, Madrox was cool as hell. Yeah, I'll tell you, first time I saw Tech Nine was my first gathering. I'm walking up to main stage.
Where I met Tech, yeah.
20 feet away, this dude with these big red spikes on his hair looks over, keeps mean mugging me. Like, right? Sure enough, fucking Tech Nine gets on stage 5 seconds later, and it's him. I'm like, so my first gathering experience, mean mugged by Tech Nine.
Yeah, Tech Nine's on Corey Taylor's new record.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, they actually do a lot of songs together. They have a song called Wither that is phenomenal. It is so good. Like but they've done 4 or 5 songs together now.
Really? I didn't even know that. Like, I fell off, man. Like,
it's all right. Corey Taylor seems like the type, like, if you ask him to be on your record, he's going to be on your record.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. He guest stars on everyone's shit. He was on Korn's new album.
Kind of sounds like Tech for a minute there. He was doing the same thing. Yeah.
Tech was with everyone. He didn't care. He was on it wasn't Tech, but there was someone Yellow Wolf that was on MGK's record and Eminem's record at the same time, and I'm like, while they were feuding, and it's like,
isn't that funny? Like,
yeah, like, and that's Eminem's boy, so that was a little strange.
I remember, yeah.
Ugh,
Philly rap beefs, man.
Oh my god, they're awful. Like I don't care, dude. Like, stop going back and forth. Who cares, man? And number one, don't go back and forth with Eminem. Like, that's someone you don't touch. So I mean, even what's his name used to say, it was who was it that used to say, it was Dr. Dre or something, used to say, you don't go at the white boy.
Yeah. That sounds like a Dre.
Yeah. And he destroyed a lot of careers. Like, Everlast made it. Everlast survived, but
is Everlast still doing stuff?
Yeah, man, dude. If you listen to rap and you like underground shit, get a pencil, write down War Porn Industries.
Okay. Well, it's on the video now, so.
Yes, dude. That is insane what they do. They have a song called "Dazed and Confused" where they use Led Zeppelin's "Dazed and Confused," and it's beautiful the way they do it. Yes. Oh yeah.
Man, War Porn Industries. You have just earned like 50 points in this conversation alone, just so you know.
Yeah. I have a brother that is a DJ, and he's also a detective. And he raised me on Def Jam, like I was a little kid, and he was like, "This is Def Jam." I had when I turned 23, he gave me a pair of Kangol fur shoes, and they had LL. It said "Ladies Love Cool James" on the bottom, and I'm like, I cried because that was my dude. LL Cool J was my guy growing up. Him and the Beastie Boys. And he taught me all about Def Jam, and I've won so many arguments like white people need to stay out of rap, and I'm like, hey, so what would you say brought rap to the forefront? Def Jam? Yeah, that was founded by two Jews, both white.
Yup.
Yeah, so nah, get that out of here. So it's like, and I almost got in a fist fight once at a Hot Topic because this dude was looking at a Wu-Tang shirt, and he was like, man, that ain't a Wu-Tang shirt. It had all of them on there, like all the Wu-Tang clan. He's like, that ain't a Wu-Tang shirt. It doesn't have Redman on there. And I'm like, Redman ain't a part of Wu-Tang. And he almost fist fought me over that. And I'm like, Redman is not a part of Wu-Tang. He is an honorary member. That is it. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, they were definitely tight, but yeah, definitely not a member. Not like Old Dirty Bastard or some shit.
Oh,
and let me tell you, I saw him at the gathering once again, back to that. And Vanilla Ice was there too, and those two got on stage together because ODB kept fucking up his lines. Ice performed before him. He came out and he's all like, oh, hey man, that's cool, man. Like, just do it, right? Whatever. And so those two were hanging out doing some shit. It was funny as hell.
Jeez, that's like the Chappelle show when they did the Wu-Tang Financial.
Yeah.
And he was like, ODB couldn't be here, but he sends his regards. Oh my! See, Wu-Tang is different. Wu-Tang is. I'll listen to Wu-Tang anytime. I love
there you
that.
go.
Yeah, but it's like more modern rap, like the mumble rap and stuff. I can't do it. It's I can. The most recent I can do is Lil Dicky. That's where I draw the line.
Well, Lil Dicky's fun. I'm not like lately. I've been into I got back into my metal roots. I've been, like I told you before, Judas Priest, Metallica, Slayer, shit like that.
Yes.
Rammstein, definitely all the way. Huge Rammstein fan. Like,
yes. One of the best concerts you will ever see in your life. Rammstein.
I was supposed to see him, but then COVID hit, and then we'll see what happens.
They had to cancel 2 whole runs in America because of that.
Yeah. Well, they rescheduled, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if you know the story about their pyrotechnics, about how they burned a woman, and because of that, the lead singer Linderman decided that he was going to learn pyrotechnics.
Yep.
So
yep.
Now he does it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool, man. They're so good live.
One day.
Yes.
Like
when did I see them? Was it 2001? I saw them on the Family Values tour. I can't remember what year.
That was like late 90s, early 2000s, I want to say.
I think it was 99.
I'm thinking
because Incubus, Primus, Korn, Stained, and Limp Bizkit. That was it.
Fred Durst.
I see. That's another one that I get in a lot of shit for because I am a massive Limp Bizkit fan.
I had an album. I'll say that. I used to jam them. Now, I mean, I've been watching that Fred Durst shit. He's coming up acting like an old man, whole old man vibe thing. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. Do that.
Go Fred, dude. Go Fred. You know he directed a movie recently, right?
Really?
Yeah, starring Devon Sawa and John Travolta. It was called Fanatic.
Oh, see, guys,
it's not bad either, dude. It's actually good. Yeah.
Let's hit the chat real quick again. We got some more people stopping by. Brett, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Haradika, but welcome back. Kaiju Kitty, there you are. Jack's floating around again. Yeah, look at all these lovely people. Thanks, guys, for your support. And thanks for the pants.
Let's see if anyone notices the wrist tats.
Oh. See
if I can get any comments on the wrist tats.
There you go. You see wrist tats, make a comment, say something, go.
See if anyone knows what that's from.
Get a close-up on it again real quick. Give them something. There you go.
Just do that. See if anyone guess what that is.
You have some time, chat. Figure it out.
Yes. Well, most of the people will be more obsessed with the massive sleeve. So that one was, everyone loves that tattoo. Like I get a lot of comments on that. I've had the stars of the movies comment on that. So I did get one today. I had Ghostface on there, and someone asked me which Ghostface it was, and I was like, without even hesitation, it was like Matthew Lillard.
Mm.
It's like Matthew Lillard all the way. Yeah.
Is there any other one?
There isn't. No. Fuck Skeet Ulrich. Skeet Ulrich in second date. That's yeah. No.
At this point in his career, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. He's what is he doing now? He's on some show, and he plays a cop. I forget what it is, but he's on some show right now.
From
and
killer to cop.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Skeet. Let's find out because I know I've watched it before too. No, he's on Riverdale. He's on
Riverdale. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. He plays the cop on Riverdale.
That's amusing.
Yeah. So no, I haven't seen it because I don't watch CW stuff, including Flash and all that. I'm sorry. I'm a nerd. I love comic books, but it's just CW teenage drama. Like I can't do it. So I'm not into it, and I'm sorry. I don't like Supernatural.
I've never seen it.
My wife is absolutely in love with it. She loves Jensen Ackles, but I met them at a Kevin Smith show once.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. You can't tell by the beard and the shorts and the fact that I wear hockey jerseys all the time. Yeah, I'm a massive Kevin Smith fan.
Well, let's jump back a minute before we get too far. Let's talk about the comic books. You have most people are like Marvel or DC, right? Do you have a preference?
Yeah, it flip-flops. DC for comic books, Marvel for movies.
Nice.
Yes, DC puts on such better comic books. Like it's not even close. And then in the movies, Marvel, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Like I did not like the Snyder cut. It bored me to tears. But it was pretty and it was cool. It just boring. It was 4 hours, man.
That's a long movie. That's Lord of the Rings status plus, you know?
Yeah, I've got a Lord of the Rings tattoo too.
Well, I noticed that earlier. I was going to mention that.
Dude, that's the nerdiest fucking tattoo in the history of tattoos.
But you're happy with it, so that's what's important.
Yes.
Like, fuck.
I literally got my virginity back when I got that tattoo.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yes.
That's what I need. That's what I need. A Lord of the Rings tattoo to get my cherry back, guys.
Yes. That is Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Star Trek, Final Fantasy VIII, Game of Thrones, and Harry Potter all in one tattoo.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Oh.
And then I got Joker and Harley on the other side.
Joker and Harley.
I'm going to have Yondu on Tuesday. I'm getting a Yondu tattoo from Guardians of the Galaxy.
You just keep getting cooler and cooler, man.
Oh, dude, wait till you see it. I'll go ahead. I'll spoil it. I don't care. It's going to be the Mary Poppins silhouette, but it's Yondu.
That's hilarious.
Yes, it was the last movie me and my mother watched together before she passed away, and she would walk around the house saying, "I'm Mary Poppins, y'all." And so I'm going to get that, and I'm going to put "I'm Mary Poppins, y'all" on it.
That's like, beautiful.
I was me and my mother. We were best friends. I was a mama's boy, and I don't give a fuck who knows. I was a mama's boy, and yeah, so it was like that's got to be good for her. Yeah, well, she'll love it.
I love the fact when people own things. Like that's what you guys need to do in life. All right, own your shit. Like, be proud of it.
Yeah, dude. I was that kid that like she dropped me off at school. I'd hug and kiss my mother before I went in. I don't care. And this was like high school. I wouldn't care.
Well, high school, I was hugging and kissing other people's mothers. Heyo, jokes.
Yes.
We got jokes, guys.
I was not. I was a
no.
In high school, I had
me
no
too.
friends.
Dude, everyone thought I was like a trench coat guy right after Columbine. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I had a green trench coat I wore, sat in the back of the class, kept to myself because I was like, "Fuck you guys. You guys are dicks. I don't want to talk to you guys. I don't want to kill them, but
yeah,
you know. But the second that happened, oh, I get it. Trust me.
Yeah, it's I had no friends at all. I mean, it was bad, and it stemmed from the fact that I had one friend in middle school, but he was the biggest dork in all of school, so automatically that rubbed off on me.
Right.
And I had no friends until it was like 16 in freshman year, and I met a dude named Brandon, like my best friend still to this day, and we just hit it off and we're inseparable for years, and I mean we still are. It's this, and then that dude kind of rescued me and took me in. So
That's nice. I had
Yeah.
one of them too. I was like 6th grade, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit happens. I mean, look at us. We're awesome people right now. That's what matters.
I flourished in college.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I didn't need that. I didn't need high school.
I don't think any of us did really.
No. I had a 2.5 grade point average in high school, 2.3 grade point average in high school. In college, I never dropped below 3.8. So that tells you something about the educational system.
I have a very similar story.
Yes.
I'll say that. And 3.8, yeah, same thing.
Yes.
I had to do summer school in like 9th grade. I missed school so much. It's like, but I had pneumonia for like a couple months too. That was rough.
I had mono. I was homeschooled for like a year because I had mono.
Damn.
And it killed me. It almost killed me. Like, geez, I've been close to death a lot. So
I can relate. Metal Man says phone's dying. You lovely meat creatures, stay tasty and have a torturously good night. All right, brother.
poetic.
He's a dude.
Yeah.
Metal, you got to join me sometime whenever you're free. We talked about it. I say it every time you're in here. Dude's everyone's so busy these days.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
How dare you guys have lives?
Dare you?
How dare
God.
you?
I mean, I got my Thursdays. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me and the wife go to see a movie every Thursday. That's why you always see me talking about the new movies coming out.
That's
It's like,
beautiful.
yeah, we have a little thing. We pay $18 a month and we can see as many movies as we want. It's very cool. Like,
Damn.
yeah, and oh man, we go see it. We had our Candyman tickets 2 weeks ago. So Thursday, Candyman, ready to go.
I can't tell you the last time I saw a movie like in the theater.
It's a trip.
I'm trying to think. Deadpool 2, I did go and see that. That was a while back.
It's a few years ago.
Yeah, it was my ex wanted to go see it. And I'm like, okay, I'll take you. Sure.
Well, I mean, the movies is kind of what made me realize I wanted to marry Michaela. Like it was like a Valentine's Day, and I'm like, I'm gonna be the awesome boyfriend, and I'm gonna be like, hey, let's go see a romantic movie. And unfortunately, the movie at the time was 50 Shades of Grey, and it was like, hey, let's go. Okay, fuck it, I'll go see it. I'm like, let's go see 50 Shades of Grey, and she was just like, fuck no, let's go see John Wick. And I'm like, I'm gonna marry this one. And she's been that way our whole friggin' relationship. It's just like, nah, fuck the Notebook. Let's watch some Freddy.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's the best. She's my goth queen. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
everyone knows.
I think all Twitter knows at this point, but
yes, it's my appreciation post. It's pinned on my Twitter that way, like, because I started getting a bunch of DMs from women, and I'm like, yo, I'm married, please stop. And it was just I was like, here's an appreciation post, leave me alone.
I get
like,
that.
oh, where the fuck were you when I was in high school?
That's funny how that works out, but
this didn't come in until after high school.
Oh, I know the feeling.
Yes. You say you got it. You know where it's coming from.
I think half this chat at this point does.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, this way. This guy, way better looking. Yeah. This reverse crap is annoying.
It's throwing me off too.
Yeah, because I was trying to show you my Bruce Lee tattoo, and it was like, I was like backwards. I was like, how do I show this to you?
Ooh, all right. Let's talk on that a minute. Favorite kung fu flick, top 3 at least. Go.
Oh man. Jesus Christ.
Would it help if I picked an era?
I don't know if I could do it except for by era. Yeah, I can only do it by era because like I can't put Eat Man above 36 Chamber of the Shaolin, but I love them equally. So like in modern times, Eat Man, The Raid, haven't seen The Raid, and Tony Jaa's The Protector.
Ooh,
like
Tony Jaa, man, he's a beast, dude.
Just the stare, just the one-shot stare scene. That's all you need, and it's beautiful, and it's Muay Thai, and it's realistic, and I love it.
Some good drops so far. Good drops.
Yeah.
We'll go with
36 Chamber of the Shaolin, I've already said.
so Shaw Brothers. Obviously, you're a fan.
That I was actually about to say 36 Chambers of Shaolin's number one, but Shaw Brothers, anything, pretty much anything they've done. Like anything Run Shaw, I don't care. I Chinese Connection I can put up there, but if I put that there, I have to put Fist of Legend, Jet Li, because since it's you know, but God, what else could I do?
You got me thinking of 36, man. I was just watching. I watched the three of those the other day. The Crippled Avengers.
Yes,
That was a good one.
Drunken Master, Street Fighter.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
how about Sonny Chiba? Rest in peace, by the way.
Oh, absolutely, dude. That was one that hit hard. I was like,
That's sad.
I mean, even seeing him in Kill Bill, he didn't even do anything in Kill Bill, but it was just, it showed that, yeah, that dude could act, you know?
Oh, he didn't do anything. He was Hatatori Hanzo.
And he was just, and he was doing the best thing was his flow from Japanese to English. That shit that he would do is like, understand? And it's like, that is beautiful the way he flows in like that. And it was just very good. You say origato, I say origato. It's like, God, dude, that man was, God, he was so good. It hurts to see him go.
It's a shame.
I mean, you can even go back to the Seven Samurai.
Oh yeah,
go all the way back to Seven Samurai. Anything, because I'll do Ronin. I'll do Run. I mean, anything or Ran. Sorry, Ran. I'll do anything samurai too. Oh yeah.
I'm a big fan myself. See, I'm digging this vibe, man. I told you this is a good thing.
Yeah, but I think if you have to say all-time kung fu, I have to do 36 Chamber. Like it's just beautiful, has a great story, and one of the best montage scenes in the history of cinema. So yeah,
I can respect that.
Hasn't seen 36 Chamber, you should watch that, because if you watch that, you know what has inspired Wu-Tang. Yes.
And see, it's all intertwined, guys. That's how this works.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful movie. And Eat Man is just a gorgeous movie. That's soul hurting. Like it's very good.
3 or 4 of those, right? There's like 4 of those, I think.
4 now.
Yeah.
Except 3 and 4 kind of.
Yeah.
3 was not good. Yeah.
Whichever one had Tyson in it, I can't remember. Yeah. No. Oh,
1 and 2 are great.
Oh yeah.
But they didn't really tell the whole story of Eat Man, but that's okay. And they brought Bruce Lee into it a little bit too much. It's like, because Bruce didn't actually spend that much time with Eat, so they were like, it's the man who trained Bruce Lee. It's like,
that's your selling point, man.
Yeah, I'm like, he didn't actually train Bruce Lee, but all right, cool, he helped. All right, whatever.
Haruka is saying Rashomon. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, dang. I gotta get back. I gotta start doing the whole kung fu samurai thing again. I haven't gotten into any of those in a long time. I think the last one I watched was Enter the Dragon.
Oh, that's a classic. I was gonna say that's definitely on my list, is Enter the Dragon. But I don't know if I like Enter the Dragon or Big Boss better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just go Enter the Dragon, but it's an unfair thing because it had John Saxon in it.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, it's and some of the best lines ever. You know, boards don't hit back, like that. So it was just, and that was, if Bruce Lee was going to die on die, and that's going to be his last movie, I'm glad it was that one. So I mean, Game of Death probably would have been good if they would have completed it, but
right,
you know, that's all right.
Game of Death was a little rough. Yeah. And you know what's funny is I have all the Bruce Lee movies sitting over here.
Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee Bruce exploitation, Bruce exploitation.
Yeah,
there you go.
There's tons of those. Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee, spelled with an I.
Bruce Lee fights back from the grave.
I own that. Not gonna lie,
it's so bad.
It's terrible.
But you know, whatever. And you know that Linda was just like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
So yeah, Linda was. Yeah, I got a letter once from Shannon
Really?
Because I ordered a shirt. It's now my friend Laszlo has it. I outgrew it, but it was like I ordered a shirt and they didn't have the shirt I wanted, and I never got an email or anything. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" And I got this big package, and it had 3 shirts in it. I'm like, "Oh, they've made a mistake," and it was a letter from Shannon, handwritten, and it was just like, "Hey, I just wanted to personally apologize that we do not have the shirt you ordered." Well, and it was just like, "Here, in order to keep you satisfied, we have given you 3 shirts, and we have also donated $10,000 in your name to the Bruce Lee Foundation." And I'm like, "That's fucking awesome!" And the 3 shirts they sent me were better than the shirt I ordered. It was the Bruce Lee DJ shirt for one, like the original, like the one that came from the Bruce Lee Foundation.
That's awesome.
The yellow jumpsuit, black the yellow jumpsuit, black background from Enter the Dragon, or not Enter Dragon, but Game of Death.
Game of Death, yeah.
And and it was just one of him doing that, and it said "Boards don't hit back," and I was like, "That's awesome."
That's all. Yeah,
So,
that's fresh,
Bruce
dude.
Lee Foundation. Yeah, Bruce Lee Foundation, thumbs up, because they're cool people.
That's what we like to hear.
Yes.
Check back with the chat real quick. I jump around. Don't mind me. Goatman says he shared a birthday with Bruce Lee. Oh no, year apart. Year apart though.
Heck yeah, dude.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, I'm born the same year he died. Okay, I got you.
Okay. Yeah, I want to go to Seattle, see his grave. So.
One day, that's one of my bucket lists. I'll tell you that.
I've been to Seattle once and I didn't get to go see it. I went to Seattle and it wasn't raining and I was disappointed.
Ha! That's the story we hear. It's always raining in Seattle.
Yeah, but anyway, I will go see his grave at some point. So I want to. I'm a massive fan.
I want to go see Pose. He's not too far from me.
Nice.
One day. I don't travel much these days. Chad, if you got any questions, throw them out here. Tag us in them. We'll be happy to answer them.
Yeah. I'm an open book.
Yeah, I think we all are at this point, right?
Yeah.
Checking messages again. Multitasking like I do.
Yeah.
And last night's show wore me out a little bit. Shout out to them guys again real quick.
My brother.
That's stabby time.
My big brother. Oh, he hates him some Rob Zombie's Halloween.
I think every show we have him on, we end up talking about it for like at least 10 minutes.
It's so great because he gets tore up about it. I love it. So.
Well, you were talking to me earlier. Rob Zombie, you're a fan though, right?
Oh, absolutely. I'm a fan of music and movies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think because everyone always asks, well, what do you think is his worst movie? And they have Three from Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still good.
I'm gonna say Halloween 2, but that's me.
Yeah. I liked Halloween 2 because I'm a glutton for punishment.
And
I just like the brutality of the movie.
I can dig that. I like I said with the other guys the other night, the first Halloween Rob Zombie did, I thought it was an interesting take to do the backstory. You know?
White trash horror, man.
It made sense to me, the way but then again, there's something about having that mystique from the original Carpenter flicks, and
yes, very much so. That's why when Halloween 2018 came out, and one of the first lines in the movie is, "I thought they were brother and sister." No, that was just some stupid thing everyone made up to make it sound better. I thought that was the best part of the movie. Taking away the sibling thing was awesome because it put more mystery. Why the hell is he trying to kill this woman then? And that makes it scarier because he doesn't have a motive. He just wants to kill her. It's awesome. Love it. I'm going to see Halloween Kills the day it comes out.
I want to see it, but I'll tell you, I'm a little sad that they got rid of the sister thing myself.
That's okay. A lot of people are. Like, I'm in the minority. Like, I mean, there's so much they did that I just could not. To me personally, like, and I know this is gonna sound awful, Halloween has the best movie of all the big four. Like, has Halloween 1, but it has the worst franchise. Like, the sequels are terrible. It has the worst movie in all the big four too, with Halloween Resurrection.
Okay.
Like, God, that movie's freaking horrible.
You scared me for a minute. I thought you were gonna say Halloween 3, and I was about to cry.
No, Halloween 3 is the best, dude. I love Halloween 3. Halloween 3 is like a completely underrated masterpiece. If it was just called Season of the Witch, it would be a Criterion collection that everyone loves.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, guaranteed it would be. It's a classic.
Think about that too. What if they continued with that? What would, instead of having the other sequels, they could have had a whole series of like.
That's what Carpenter wanted. He wanted an anthology. And no, not gonna happen.
It's a sad thing.
And then Halloween H2O was good. I wasn't a huge fan of Halloween 4 or 5. I liked Halloween 4. It was cool, but Halloween 5 ruined it. And I really despise Halloween 6. Like, the curse. Oh my God.
But that Call to Thorns, man.
That's why I hated it. Because the cult thing came into it. I'm like, what? No.
It would be an interesting take if there's just no continuity,
No, not at all. There's 4 different timelines.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like, now I'm like, and everyone's like, I'm like, well, Halloween 1 and Halloween 2018 is canon now. Like, cool. Right. But if you like Halloween 2, awesome. Make that your canon. Who cares? No one says it has to be this, But I'm also that person that thinks the best franchise is Child's Play.
Ooh, now I'll tell you this: when Child's Play first came out, I was totally enthralled by Chucky. Like, wow.
Yeah,
it's a great idea. I like killer dolls. Puppet Master fan.
Puppet Master School. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trauma, Full Moon. That was my bag.
Trauma right here. This little part of my heart up at the top is owned by Trauma. That's what pretty much, like, when I started getting into horror, I went to a place, the kids that are listening might not know, it's called a video store. I used to be the manager of Blockbuster, by the way.
Nice.
And
good name drop.
And I went to and I rented all the Trauma movies, and there was only one I ever watched that I was like, fuck this movie, and it was Children at Play. I hated that movie. I'm sorry. I hated it.
No, don't be sorry. First off, you never have to apologize for anything on here. That's my rule.
So bad. But
there were some rough ones.
But years later, there's a little tiny masterpiece they made called Poultrygeist: Night of the Chicken Dead, which was glorious.
That was a great one.
Movie. And Citizen Toxie is still one of my favorite films of all time.
Well, let's talk on that. What do you think of the remake or the reboot they're doing?
I was kind of apprehensive until they said Peter Dinklage is playing Toxic Avenger, and I was like, so it's going to be a brand new thing. I'm down. I like this. I like it, and the fact that Kaufman's behind it. I'm cool. The fact that he's cool with it, and it's like, all right. But it's not going to be Trauma. I thought it was like Blumhouse or something.
Right.
I'm like, man, you kind of got to make it cheesy. Like, it's got to be bad. So I don't want them to go into it and make it a masterpiece. I want it to be cheesy and awful and stuff like that.
Well, I think that's the point,
I
like
hope so.
Toxie. Yeah, I was saying Toxie. He hangs on my wall, like, definitely.
He's a man. Citizen Toxie, still. I think that might actually be my favorite Trauma movie. I think.
You think?
It's definitely Citizen Toxie. The very first scene in the classroom. I had never seen it up until 6 years ago. And that scene came on, and I'm like, this is the single most offensive movie, and I love it. Like, this is beautiful. And then Return to Class of Nukem High, is that the new one?
Yeah, there's like, I think it's, hold on, Nukem High 1, 2, and 3, and then Return to Nukem High 1 and 2 I think came out.
Those two are phenomenal. Return to Nukem High 1 and 2, I love them. Like, they're just great movies. But I mean, there's a lot of Trauma movies that people don't realize are Trauma movies either.
It's funny, I started doing Trauma Tuesdays on my page and posting some older stuff,
Yes.
Stuff like Squeeze Play, Waitress,
oh my God,
Stuck on You.
What was the one I watched about the freaking hitchhiker? It's like blood feast or blood fest or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yep.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm like, this is awful, but it's great. So I'm like, this is wonderful. Romeo and Juliet, of course.
that's a
Can't go wrong
classic. Surf Nazis Must Die. That's
with
another
Terra
one.
Firmer.
Terror Firmer, yes.
The uncut version.
Mm.
Oh my god, I still have that. Just
Sergeant Kabuki Man, though. Let me give a shout out to Mr. Sergeant Kabuki Man.
you got to have the car wreck.
The greatest car wreck ever.
Let's just use it in every single one of our movies.
Whatever
So,
works, man. Fuck it.
great. It's such a beautiful idea, and I just Trauma in general is just it's a great organization, and it's just they like and people don't really pay attention to stuff like the fact that like James Gunn came from Trauma, and it's like Billy Bob Thornton was in a Trauma movie. Like people, oh,
Who was a Law and Order dude? He was in hold on, let me think. Law and Order. He was in
D'Onofrio.
Full Metal Jacket. Yeah.
Yeah, D'Onofrio.
Yeah. He started in Trauma.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, and there's people that are in like Toxic Avenger movies that are now famous. Like they're out there, and it's it's a good platform. And a lot of people will be like, no, I don't want to do a Trauma movie because that's trash. And it's like that's the point of Trauma is we are making trash, and you can do it for $20,000. And it's just, and they're still making movies.
yeah, I feel like they're giving the middle finger to the big movie companies. That's their whole point.
He was in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I just watched that, and he was also in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He was because James Gunn is like, no, this dude got me my start. So I think I may need to watch Slither to see if he was in Slither.
Oh, I don't. It's been a while since I've seen that.
I'm a big Nathan Fillion fan. Firefly.
Nice. And
yeah. So I love that one. That came out at the same time Feast did, and Feast was just. I was so apprehensive about that movie because it's like Matt Damon and I like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
It's just like, but Matt Damon and Ben Affleck doing a horror movie, like they produced it, they didn't write it or anything. But I'm like, and I watched it, and I'm like, and when Jay Muse shows up in the first 5 seconds of the movie, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be brilliant because he's actually playing Jason Muse. Like, yeah, this is wonderful.
No, wonderful. I love it.
It is wonderful. You when you have like an alien like do terrible things to a woman, it's like, oh my god, this is so awful. And they kill a child, and you're like, dude, this guy is dangerous. So,
Slither, guys, something to watch with the family around the Christmas tree.
Oh yeah, Slither. And if you like Michael Rooker, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Oh, that
Walking Dead. He is Yondu. You have Michael Rooker.
I'll tell you, I didn't watch Henry until Joe Bob and them guys did it.
It's a rough watch.
Yeah, it was.
It's just rough.
I heard there was a sequel.
Yes, and it's absolutely horrendous.
Nice.
So, yes, it's very bad. Like I hated that movie. It was like they did a sequel to Maniac as well.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's that level of horrible. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's terrible. Bad. They're all talking Trome in the chat now. Cannibal the Musical, yeah.
Yes.
That
Trey
was
Parker, Matt Stone got their start.
That was their college movie, right? And didn't Troma buy it?
Yep, they made it in college, and they did, and I still to this day think Disney ripped them off with Do You Want to Build a Snowman? I swear they ripped them off because that was their freaking thing, and I still will if I'm like walking, I'll like walk by myself sometimes or go hiking or something. I will sing Spadoinkle Day. Yes. It's just now that I'm thinking about Cannibal the Musical, it's such a good movie. It really is. And I love South Park, so I'm a massive South Park fan. Like,
I fell off of South Park, my brother. I'll tell you.
It's so much, man.
It is. No, I
Yes.
don't hate it. Who has time to catch up at this point?
It's long. There's like 26 seasons, and now it's completely different. Even the intro is different. They don't do the Primus going down South Park, going to have myself time. They do the Primus song, but it's what's his name? Stands that Randy Marsh singing, going down to Tegrity Farms, gonna have myself time.
Wow.
Yeah, because they own like they don't even live in South Park anymore. They live on a farm now called Tegrity Farm where he grows weed. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Uh,
it's crazy.
aren't they giving the Simpsons a run for their money? I'll tell you.
Yeah, if Simpsons ever gets canceled, I'd say that South Park will at least catch up to it.
Mm-hmm.
But they already did that. I think it was part of the Simpsons did it episode where Professor Chaos keeps coming up with different things to screw with people in South Park. But
Yep.
like Simpsons did it. Yeah,
I do remember that episode.
yes. Well, then you're not too far behind.
I I remember bits and pieces. So the first maybe 5-6 seasons I remember pretty decent, and then I fell off for a while, and I catch an episode once in a blue moon.
Yeah. It's I mean, I watch it every night because it comes on Comedy Central and it's something to watch.
Yeah,
But
sure.
that's I don't know. It's I think I got out of it a while back. I was like, I don't want to watch it anymore. And then I got back into it because the video games came out.
Yeah.
Stick of Truth and the Fractured Butthole.
Yes. Yep.
Fractured Butthole. And both of those games, if you haven't played them, are absolutely fantastic.
Stick of Truth I do own. I will say that.
Yeah, they changed the combat system in Fractured Butthole.
Oh, did they?
And I think they actually improved it. So, very cool.
So obviously we're gamers here. Favorite systems? What do you got?
Oh man. PlayStation 2 was unstoppable.
Mm.
It really was. It had all the great games on it. I mean, if you want to go retro though, then Nintendo 64 all day. You showed me the cartridge today, and
Let me do that again.
Yes, we both marked out over Conker's Bad Fur Day. I had the black cartridge.
I'm tempted to pull them off the shelf. The only black cartridge I have is like WrestleMania 2000.
Yes, and No Mercy.
No Mercy. Ooh.
Classics, man. But
Let's go back to WCW versus the World on PlayStation. Oh.
Yes. WCW versus the World, WCW versus NWO, all those games. Thunder. I think it was called Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder I think was one.
God, dude, yeah, man. I played all those. I still play the wrestling games on PlayStation 5. I'm like, yeah.
See, I turned into a PC gamer after the 360, man.
All my friends are PC gamers, and I'm over here playing my PlayStation 5, and I'm just like, it's like I just can't like fathom spending that much money on a PC. Like, ugh.
I'll tell you, you don't have to spend a lot to have a decent one for gaming.
Yeah,
you don't.
Yeah, you don't need that $2,000 graphics card. I know that.
No, I'm running. This is Frankenstein sitting over here, is what I call her. Yeah. But we do what we do. We double check chat here again. Still talking about Trauma, the Chosen One, Legend of the Raven, Carmen Electra.
Oh jeez, oh my god, Carmen Electra, dude, of all people.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, she was married to Dave Navarro.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Right.
Yeah, and I used to like have no mustache, any of this, and I used to have just a goatee, and everyone would tell me I look like Dave Navarro, and I'm like, shaved it almost that day because I'm like, that dude looks like he has something itchy, and I don't want to look like that. Sorry.
Well played.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, and if you listen to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, when Dave Navarro was a part of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, they sucked. Like they were terrible. He was good on Jane's Addiction, but God,
for sure,
he destroyed Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I like Chili Peppers.
I love it,
obviously, and you're making a solid point. Like I can't say anything good about that time period.
Yeah, like even after he left and they did Californication, that was the album where it's like, oh, they're back.
Yeah,
they're back. And then they did Stadium Arcadium, which for some reason gets a lot of shit. And I'm like, dude, that had some fucking bangers on it, man. That Danny California, that was like their best song they did in years.
The California, there's like a trilogy or something through their songs. Was it? I can't remember. There's a whole story behind that.
Yeah, something about that because they did the because it's like whenever you listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers, it doesn't have the word California in it, then it's not really a Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
True.
So yeah, it's like, but now that's the same way with Blink 182. They don't have California in the song. It's not really a Blink 182 song.
Well, I had one Blink album, and it was the first one. I don't hate Blink, definitely not, but it was.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I just hit something. My keyboard's doing stupid things. All right, good. Knock into all the stuff, Ninja. Good job.
It's okay.
I don't know. I don't know whether to call myself Ninja or Dr. West anymore. It's so confusing.
Oh man. I don't know.
Personality disorders.
Yeah, like that's another one. It's like when you go on Twitter, man, everyone does the doctor from freaking Reanimator. It's like everyone, and I'm like, all right. I mean, it's a great movie. Don't get me wrong, but holy crap!
Listen, and I was telling this story before about starting a West profile during the whatever. Okay. People know this story. It's fine.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I didn't put on a costume until after the fact, I think. Well, no, it was last year or the year before that. I had a Dr. West costume.
I swear you were the first one.
I tell you, I felt like I was. There was like nobody out there doing it. And I'm like, I'm going to make a West profile.
Yeah.
I like Mad Scientist. And it's that or Frankenstein for me, you know?
Yeah. But it's like, that's what I was saying. It's like everyone does it, but I swear you were the first one.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, I could be wrong, but
I don't know. It's cool either way.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. I am a fan. I obviously, got the whatever, but
another series that doesn't have a bad entry in it.
I'll tell you, Beyond Reanimator, it was fun, but I feel like it's hard to say because I'm partial to them.
Yeah, I like Beyond Reanimator. I actually did. I had a lot of fun with it. So, I mean, I also thought that the Friday the 13th remake was a lot of fun, so I liked it. It's like, and it's not the great, but everyone else craps on it.
So, I don't care. It's Friday the 13th. First off, second off, I love what they did with Jason.
Yes, brutal.
Yeah, brutal, realistic. Like I felt like that was more real than any Jason I've seen in a minute.
Yeah, you spend 30 minutes getting used to these teenagers, and he kills them all off in the first, and then Friday the 13th pops on the screen.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, this is something new. And like that's people can say what they want, but Marcus Nispel did a great job with those remakes.
Mm-hmm.
Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that might be one of the best remakes out there. That was just fantastic, man.
This is funny because we were talking about this last night too, remakes and all the. I told him never bring up Chucky remake because I've never seen it. Don't want to.
I liked it.
I'm not hating.
I understand though. The thing is it's not Chucky. Like they did an all new story, and this time Chucky's not a antagonist exactly. And I'm like, I like that part. I liked what they did new with it. So that's cool. I just don't like remakes.
I feel you. I might have to read. I might give it a chance if you're telling me it's a different take.
Oh, completely different. His name isn't even Chucky in the movie. It's
like
Buddy.
Buddy, right? Yeah.
Like, and it's Mark Hamill doing the voice. That's fantastic.
I like Hamill. I do, but
you might hate it. Who knows? Everyone else seems.
I don't hate many things in life except Nazis. I don't like Nazis.
I don't think you. Even what about Bratwurst Nazis?
Ooh, yeah. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, no, that's the only Kevin Smith movie I don't like. I hated Yoga Hosers, dude.
I didn't see Yoga Hosers. I just watched Jay and Silent Bob, the new one.
It's good because of how much heart is in that movie.
I'll give it that.
Beautiful story, but it's not a Jay and Silent Bob movie. It's not funny. It's Jay and Silent Bob's Jersey Girl.
Yeah, I can give you that.
Yeah, I still liked it. I did because it really was a beautiful story. I mean, the speeches they give at the end about being a father and everything, I was like, that's really beautiful, but it just wasn't funny.
I felt like, and he knew what he was doing. First off, with this,
Absolutely.
he just played into everything. Mentioned as many movie references that he's made as he could. I love that. It's just a trip down nostalgia lane for me. You
Yeah.
know.
Um, he's been releasing a lot of pictures for Clerks 3, which is I'm getting excited about because it's everybody's back. So I'm excited about that.
That's exciting indeed.
Yes, it's Randall, Dante, Rosario Dawson's back,
Mm.
everybody, and it's like this is going to be fun. And but I don't know, like he started kind of going off the deep end a bit. Started with Red State, and I'm like, Red State's a good movie. I thought it was fantastic. And Tusk, I've only seen twice, and I don't think I'll ever watch it again because it's so disturbing.
Yeah, Tusk was disturbing. I did see that.
I'm like, and the whole time he's like, oh, it's supposed to be funny, and I'm like, dude, that was horrifying. No, that wasn't funny at all. And but I mean, it's still good, and I liked it. But and then he did freaking yoga hosers, and I'm like, what are you doing? This is bratwurst Nazis. Come on, man.
I haven't seen Yoga Hosers. I'll be honest.
It stars his daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter, so, Lily Rose.
You make me want to watch it just to watch it and get it out of the way.
It is interesting. It's very interesting.
Nothing beats Hard Rock Zombies. I'm sorry, that's not Kevin Smith, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There was a zombie Hitler. That's the correlation in my brain.
Yes. What about remakes? What about Nightmare on Elm Street?
Robert Englund's my dude. Grew up on that guy. Like hard.
Absolutely.
It's hard. Freddy, the new Freddy looks like a burnt wiener. I'll say that.
Okay, but take your love for Robert Englund out.
Sure.
What about the movie itself?
Overall,
I ask for a reason.
No, let me think here. Like, I think they dove a little bit more into the character. You know what I mean? Which I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
And people want to argue that. I'll say this point. This is one thing that people argue the child molestation stuff all the time with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that made it scarier. I think that made it creepier. Acting wise, I don't think, what's his name? Rorschach is what I call him. Who was the guy who played him?
Oh, Jackie Earle Haley.
Thank you, Jackie. I knew Jackie, but I think he did an okay job. I don't feel like overly impressed. I just feel like I like the comedic elements, the older ones towards the end of the series, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, starting with 3.
I'd say, yeah, 3 scared the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like 5 years old when I watched it.
I mean, that's my, like, of all the icons, Freddy's my favorite icon. Absolutely.
Okay.
Not my favorite series, but my favorite icon.
Ooh.
My favorite series is Child's Play. It's always going to be, because there is not a single movie in that entire series that I didn't like. Nightmare on Elm Street, I didn't like Freddy's Dead. I didn't like Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Sorry, I just didn't like it. And I didn't like 5. Halloween, I'm not even going to get started because there's too many I didn't like. Friday the 13th, there were several in there I didn't like. But Child's Play, they hit the mark on every single movie. But with the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, the reason why I asked is because one of my best friends, he swears, and he's not just saying it to troll, he swears it's better than the original.
Ooh.
He loves it. He says it's scarier, that he actually was terrified for the teenagers, and he didn't feel terrified for Nancy and Glenn and all them. And I'm like, that's cool, man. Me personally, not so much. Like, no,
Whoa.
That wasn't it.
I'm just gonna show
CGI
off this.
Yeah,
that's my dude. I'm a mama's boy.
Yeah, dude, I'm a big Jason fan, and of the series, I think I definitely like Friday the 13th more than I like Halloween as a series.
Sure.
Because I can sit through Jason Goes to Hell. Didn't like it. What was the other one I didn't like? There's another. Oh, the worst one in the series for me, and you might hate me for this, is New Blood. I despise New Blood.
I hear that a lot.
It's horrifying. I love everything. I love the Tommy Jarvis trilogy, every single one of them, even the middle one. I love it. The one that wasn't even Jason. I like it. But New Blood just got under my skin. And one of my absolute favorite movies of that series is Jason X. It's so much fucking fun.
It's like Leprechaun in space, dude.
Yes. And Freddy versus Jason is one of the most fun times I've ever had in watching a movie. And Jason is just where it's at. I love it. So yeah, I can sit through those movies. I can pop in Jason Goes to Hell, even though I didn't like it, I can still watch it. So I can't do that with Resurrection. It's hard to sit through that movie.
This is a plan later on tonight. I'm just saying.
Yes. Jason Goes to Hell, if you have the unrated version, cool.
Have to look.
Yep.
I don't know what it is. Somebody bought this for me. I don't even think I ever watched these. I usually have a streaming service I watch stuff on.
But Jason X, man, that was one of the most fun times I've ever had in a theater. It was so
You
much
saw
fun.
it in a theater. Nice.
Yes, I saw that in theater. I saw Jason Goes to Hell in theater. I saw Freddy vs. Jason in theater. Like, I love it. Like, Jason X it's fun. It's stupid, dumb fun. And is it a great movie? No, not at all. It's a piece of crap. But it's fun, and it has probably one of the most memorable deaths in all of horror. When he freezes her face and shatters her face.
I'd say that and a sleeping bag kill.
Yes, both of them. I'll take both of the sleeping bag kills. The one from Jason X and, this beating her to death. And no, man, God. Like, he has some inventive kills. Like with Michael Myers, he just stabs someone. But you got a wheat thresher going at you with Jason.
That's something about Jason. He definitely had a variety. And the chat, of course, Brett is saying this. He thinks Evil Dead's the greatest series of all time. No, I mean, can't argue.
Close. Yeah. I love it.
I
like that one.
Felt like 1 and 2 were the same movie. Like,
well, they were.
Yeah.
Essentially. But I think of that more of a trilogy than a series. So I'm talking about you have to have more than 3 movies. And if you want to count the remake, now to me, the Evil Dead remake is the greatest remake in the history of remakes.
That's what they were saying too. Yep, I can agree with that.
No, it's a perfect movie. And Fede Alvarez is amazing. That dude is a killer.
I did see that in a theater.
I saw that in theater as well. Yeah. I think the only time I've ever saw a movie in theater that I didn't like was Wolf Creek. And then I watched it at home and I loved it. Very strange.
That's quite strange, huh?
Yes. I'm trying to find it, but can't find it. All right. My character in GTA 5 looks like Jason.
Ha!
I think I posted that on Twitter. Pretty sure I did.
I had a similar one too. That's funny.
Yeah. I don't remember if I posted that on Twitter or not. Oh yeah, here we go. I don't know if you can see it, but that's my GTA. Yeah. He even has a machete. And I was playing it the other day and I was like riding a train, just like shooting people as we're driving by, just playing. And a dude landed a helicopter right behind me, got out of the helicopter, and I turned around and pulled out the machete and he just went and got in his helicopter and flew off. I was like, yes.
That's great.
Take that, motherfucker.
I haven't rocked some GTA in a minute, man.
Oh man. I just started.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't like multiplayer games. I've never enjoyed them. But I'm kind of enjoying it because we just goof off. So.
You gotta have some fun, right?
Yeah. I used to play Dead by Daylight with my friend Amber a lot, and then we just kind of got too busy to play, and it's just like, well. And I haven't played in so long that I probably couldn't play that game at all.
No, I get that. That was a big into that. I just got the Raccoon City stuff. And now Pinhead's coming out, I heard, in that game.
Oh, jeez.
That's going to be fucking crazy.
God, he would have to do something with the Lament configuration. So, oh man, if you're counting every horror series, Hellraiser has the worst.
Hellraiser's tough. I liked a couple of them. 1,
2, and 3. After that, oh no, what was the one that was Hellworld?
Hellworld, something like that.
Bloodline.
Bloodlines was one.
I can't remember if it's Hellworld or Bloodline, but one of those was absolutely fantastic. But other than that, 1, 2, and 3. The rest of them can just go on. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Oh,
Yeah.
there another good. I'm gonna say this too. Phantasm. I feel like that was a great series.
I like Phantasm. Phantasm was great. The only reason why I wouldn't call it the best one is because of the way that it kind of is like good, bad, oh good again, oh shit, what? It's just kind of like everything it's a masterpiece or it's absolute trash.
Right.
Like there's no middle road.
How'd you feel about Ravager? I think that was part 5, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the most recent one. I was on it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, duh. Because I watched it after I watched Puppet Master Axis of Evil. And I think that screwed me over because Puppet Master Axis of Evil was really good. Like weird, like really shouldn't have been that good. And then I watched Ravager and I'm like, this is not as good as what I just watched. Because I did that on purpose because I thought Phantasm would be the good one and Puppet Master would be the bad one. Because Puppet Master's been kind of going downhill. But every now and then they'll pop up and hit something really good. But Axis of Evil was awesome. Axis of Evil was so good.
That's sitting over there too.
Yeah. Oh, it's really, I love that one. Puppet Master has like 13 movies or something like that.
Let me think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have 10 because it was Axis Rising was 10, I thought. Wasn't it something like that?
Yeah, it was the one after Axis of Evil.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. And there's a couple more after that. Tubi has a bunch of it. Obviously, Full Moon Features and stuff on there.
Yeah.
I think Full Moon has a streaming service too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I have to look
I think
into
they
that.
do. Yeah, because Scream Factory is trying to get a streaming service started.
Right.
I think Shout Factory has one.
Yep.
But Scream Factory doesn't. So, and it's the same company, so it doesn't make sense.
Well, we were just talking about Shout Factory being bought by Fox.
I saw that, which
Yeah.
technically means Disney owns Shout Factory now.
Isn't that funny?
But I'm not a Disney hater. I'm not that guy that thinks that Disney ruins everything. Because you got to think Disney put out Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
So
they put out Great Milenko.
And Great Milenko, yes, they did. They pulled it from the shelves.
Put it out.
But they still put it out. What and anyone who thinks that Marvel got worse when Disney bought them is kidding themselves because Endgame was amazing.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so no, Disney does not ruin everything. They didn't ruin Star Wars. I'm still a Star Wars fan, and I actually like The Force Awakens, and I like the new trilogy. So, whatever, it's a movie, but
I didn't see the new one.
However, buying Shout Factory scares me because Shout Factory was so good at finding these little obscure movies that no one's ever heard of and giving them a platform. And I just don't think that's what Disney wants to do unless they start doing like kids movies or something.
I feel like Disney just wants to own everything and make us pay for it.
Yeah. God, they definitely do. They own The Simpsons now, which means Marge Simpson is a Disney princess.
Oh, get me started on all the Disney princesses. Yeah.
The Queen alien is a Disney princess. Like, well, actually, she's a Disney queen, I guess. But
it's amazing.
I mean, they are making a new Alien movie though, from what I understand, and a new Predator. So
where's the originals? And that's something that keeps coming up in these shows, man. Like we're all talking about remakes and stuff. Where's an original idea when you need it?
Trolling around in Jordan Peele's head.
Yeah. Hey, good shout out on that.
Yeah, I mean, and one of my pet peeves right now is when people call it Jordan Peele's Candyman. I don't know why it gets under my skin, but it's not. It is Nia DaCosta's Candyman. Like,
yes,
Jordan Peele's producing it, so calm down. But I mean, I'm looking forward to it because I'm a big Candyman fan. So
I watched it. Yeah, Tony Todd's amazing. Candyman was amazing films. I thought
he follows me on Twitter.
He's awesome. Shout out to Tony Todd. What's up?
Tony Todd, man.
When you coming on, Tony?
He's on Star Trek.
Jeez Louise, yeah, right?
He was Worf's brother.
Yeah, I remember that.
Loved it.
Freaking
made me cry. because he played older Jake in Deep Space Nine. And when he was giving his dad his speech, it was just like, God, this guy's got and I'm like over here wiping tears.
Yeah, I was a Next Generation guy with Star Trek. That was me. Yeah.
Picard all the way.
Oh, Patrick Stewart's the man.
I'm a Picard fan till the day I die. I love Picard.
I love Picard. I like Shatner. I do.
Yeah, no. I just built that puzzle of Star Trek, and it was the original Star Trek. So, but Picard's going to be actually, I was more of a fan of Spock than Captain Kirk, but Spock was always my dude. And I even like the new Star Trek movies, the newer ones with Chris Pine.
I thought they were good.
Yeah, dude. One of the only times I've ever cried in a theater was Into Darkness. And I knew what they were doing. As soon as he said, "You'll flood the whole compartment," I knew they were doing Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they were switching the roles. And Kirk and Spock, when they do through the glass, I was like over there, you know. So it's like, and I don't cry at movies. There's only one movie that makes me cry every time I watch it, and it's Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. So yeah, every time he says, "My friends, you bow to no one," it's just open the floor.
It hits you, right? Yeah.
It does. So beautiful. So,
I can dig
I'm
that.
a massive fan of that. Yeah.
Well,
but I was about to say, like, what about TV shows? Do you watch any like TV shows?
I don't watch a lot of modern TV.
Well, then what favorite TV show of all time? Then you can do it. I can name mine easily.
You have to give me a minute on this, because
I'll go for X-Files.
X-Files, really?
X-Files, my favorite friggin' favorite show of all time.
I can respect it.
Yeah.
A-Team probably is one of mine. The old Incredible Hulk with Bill Bixby.
Lou Ferrigno?
Lou Ferrigno, yeah.
That's
a big
classic.
fan of that shit.
A-Team, I used to wake up every morning and watch. Every morning.
I'll tell you, it's looking back at it now, watching it, some of it's a little like, what? Like, how you wouldn't get away with half that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
like,
hokey.
It is. It's a lot of it's hokey.
It was fun.
I liked Highway to Heaven when I was a kid, believe it or not.
Nice.
Like, for real, Little House on the Prairie, stuff like that.
Oh, dude. You want to go like back like that, dude.
That's what I do.
Andy Griffith Show.
Andy Griffith, yeah.
That was my shit. Andy Griffith reminds me so much of my grandfather. And it's like, so watching that, it's like watching my grandfather.
That's awesome.
It's crazy, man. Like, I love that. And like I Dream of Jeannie and
let's just say Nick at Night.
Nick at Night, yes. Wings. Cheers.
Wings, cheers, yep.
God, man, that was fantastic. Dude.
And I have a soft spot for Nicktoons as well, like 90s Nicktoons.
Hey Arnold, Rugrats, Cat Dog, all day long. Yes.
I was Ren and Stimpy and Doug were my favorites.
Yes. Yeah, man. He used to have the what was the name of their band? The Beats.
The Beats. Yeah, Killer Tofu, man.
Killer Tofu, banging on a trash can.
I have Killer Tofu on MP3 somewhere.
Oh man.
I want to remake it. Really bad.
His songs, what? Patty, you're the mayonnaise for me.
Yeah. Yeah. It was an adorable show. Absolutely loved it.
I mean, they kind of like I was a big Fairly Odd Parents fan and all that stuff. SpongeBob, and then after that, I can't name a single Nicktoon that I thoroughly enjoyed because I switched over to Cartoon Network because they had a little show called Adventure Time that was not for kids.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. And the only one that comes on that I can watch that was for kids was The Adventures of Gumball. Like, I have no idea why that show was so good. And Regular Show was dope.
We're gonna talk about Cartoon Network though. I'm gonna go Dexter's Lab. I'm gonna go
Dexter's Laboratory.
That was all. Who was that? TBS was running that stuff. Two Stupid Dogs and all this stuff for a while.
Yeah. They did. The Powerpuff Girls were, god dang, dude.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo was awesome.
I was Johnny Bravo.
Oh man, this
in my head.
I know. Now these kids nowadays don't have that. They don't have awesome shows like that. Like I can't imagine not being raised on like Rugrats and Hey Arnold and Doug and all that. And what was that stick's name that was on there all the time? Simmer down. The hell.
Oh, the stick. Oh,
The stick
oh,
guy. He was just on the commercials.
yeah. I
The
can't. I know
Nicktoons.
what
I
you're
can't
talking
remember
about.
his name. But yeah, he would always say, simmer down. Like, God, dude. Back when MTV played music.
Oh, yeah.
And then you were blown away when you found out that MTV owns Nickelodeon. It's
DC,
like, what?
you're showing our age, brother.
Oh, dude, I'm 37 and I'm proud. I'm glad of it. Dude, I remember TRL like it was yesterday, watching Carson Daly and
Carson
sitting here
Daly.
hoping to God Corn's Freak on a Leash got on the list. You kidding me?
I remember seeing an ICP on TRL one time.
One time.
That was that Sly Fox remake they did. Let's go all the way.
Let's go all the way. That was the one. And they were supposed to be on there for Homies and they didn't get it.
Stick Stickly, by the way. That's it.
Basically, yeah, because he did the because they did the don't die wiggy wiggy, don't die wiggy wiggy, and they were like, all right, let's go all the way.
There was a whole thing with that, man.
I got both of those albums actually right here.
Bizarre Bizarre.
I do. I have Bizarre Bizarre right here, and Forgotten Freshness of all the damn. Oh wait, here we go. Here's one of them. Yeah, Bizarre. I have Bizarre.
You're giving me PTSD from the old Juggalo days.
Yeah. I have Tunnel of Love and Terror Wheel on here. I got the EPs. That's like I bought anything that I have all the Forgotten Freshness stuff on here.
I think volume 3 or 4 was the last one I got of that.
I was up there. I think that it was Bizarre Bizarre that actually ended my Juggalo life because I fell off after that. I'm like, no. And then what was it? The sixth Joker card came out. Was that the Mighty Death Pop? What was? No, that was the first one.
That was a Wraith.
The Wraith.
Of Shangri-La. And then they did Hell's Pit on the reverse side of that.
Yes. And I could not get into that album. I'm like, this is just not good. It was too serious. There was the Hell's Pit was very serious.
Right.
But it's like there was nothing jokey. And then I was like, okay. But I did give him one more chance with the Mighty Death Pop. And I liked one song on the album. And it was the very first one. And I was just, I couldn't do it. I tried though. And I will always have that clown love. You'll never see me say they're terrible. It's just, they're just not for me anymore.
Sometimes you move past a certain point, man.
Oh yeah, dude. I used to love Garth Brooks.
Right.
And I left. Like, and I'm sure that one day I don't know, it's been like 15 years where I've just been like Korn, Slipknot, Disturbed. I've been all metal, and it's like, and I've never left Metallica because I was loving Metallica in my Garth Brooks days. And I am that one person that loved Death Magnetic. Like,
I was just talking about that the other night too. Great album.
So good. And for me, I genuinely think this. A bunch of people, or my friend Laszlo disagrees, but if they would have turned on the snare for Saint Anger, that would have been a banger of an album, I think, because that had some good lyrics in it. Frantic was awesome.
Frantic was all right. I liked aspects of it. Yeah.
Some kind of monster.
I have mixed feelings.
But regardless on my opinion on that, it's still the worst Metallica album by far.
Yeah. People used to give me shit for liking Load Reload. I'm like, whatever. I like it.
That's awesome.
It was a nice change, a nice evolution for a minute. I felt like.
Do you know who inspired Load Reload?
Talk to me.
The band. And James Hetfield said it in an interview.
I can't
recall. Alice in Chains.
Oh, really?
Alice in Chains inspired Load Reload. He said that it was their evolution of music and that they did bluesy grunge and it worked. And that's what he wanted. He did bluesy heavy metal. And I can't remember the name of the song right offhand, but it is one of my favorite freaking Metallica songs. And it's on that album. So like, I don't know. I may be just wrong in thinking that, but Load Reload was awesome.
I thought they were great albums.
Yeah.
Well, let me look at the time real quick. It's 8:53 p.m. on the East Coast. That's what I say. We'll probably be wrapping this up in a couple minutes if that's cool.
Yep. Sounds good to me. Bleeding Me.
Bleeding Me. Ooh.
God, it's a good song, dude. And they did it on the S&M album too. And
I was just gonna bring that up.
Yeah. Lulu would have to be the worst, but that's not really a Metallica album.
Yeah, I don't think I really know that one.
That's the one they did with Lou Reed. It's not good.
They have a song with Ja Rule. Did you know that?
Yes.
It's terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But they also sold Sad But True to Kid Rock. So
they did.
And I don't give a shit what anyone says. I think it's a great song. I liked it. Well, yeah, American Badass was a good song, and Undertaker came out to it. So yeah, he also came out to Limp Bizkit's "Rollin'" too.
I remember that. Rolling, 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 rolling.
Come on, chill.
You're bringing Bizkit. Well, I'm going to leave you with a final question here before we head off.
Yeah.
So, what is one message you want to leave the world?
Stop being so damn serious.
There it is.
Yeah. Stop. I mean, you're offended by everything and you're serious about everything. Like, man, look at my Twitter page and you'll see what life should be. Just memes to make people laugh. You should laugh through this world, not fucking be offended by everything. Like, okay, here, short story, case in point.
Sure, yeah.
My mother died 3 years ago, like that, or around 3 years ago. And when we were in the room talking about what we were going to do with her body, we're going to bury her, we're going to cremate her. We cremated her, and the grandkids were really attached to my mother, and they were like, well, we're going to give them their own special urn to keep a little bit of her. And my sister said, well, how much ashes go into that? They're like, oh, about 2 tablespoons. And I said, 2 scoops of mom. That's what we need. Out loud, in the middle of this room. And everyone just turned and looked at me like, oh my God. And then my dad, you just hear, and she's like, stop looking at him, man. Your mom would have loved it. And I'm like, exactly, because my mom had a sense of humor. Like, you've got to have a sense of humor about stuff. If you go through life holding everything in, you're gonna have a heart attack or an aneurysm. Fucking laugh about shit.
Gotta have some fun, man.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's a good message to leave on. We'll do our last minute thing here. Do you have anything you want to shout out before we head out?
Yeah, you could do the Little Channel of Horrors on YouTube. That's me and Charcy Lux's thing. And if you know Charcy Lux, a beautiful girl, you could see her in a bikini sometimes on the show. It's kind of nice. I know that's probably not what we want you to watch for, but maybe if you watch for that, you'll stay for the conversation.
Hey.
Yeah, beautiful woman. Awesome. That's all I got. I mean, I got a TikTok, but all I talk about is wrestling on that, so no one wants to hear about that shit.
You can find his TikTok in the descriptions of this video, by the way.
It's the exact same thing as my Twitter.
Yeah, there it is. And all that's underneath. Well, thanks for coming on today, brother. We'll definitely have you back. I'll tell you that. This has been fun. Let me do my last minute promo here. So we got a show coming up next Saturday, time to be determined, probably another 9 p.m. Eastern, another hard talk panel, I believe. Since Meeker couldn't make it last night, he should be on that. Trying to get Stabby back, maybe, if he's around, or whoever else. We'll see.
Making his movie.
Yeah. Oh, that was fun last night. We were going off on that for a minute. And then next Sunday, I have to double check the time, but I think it's 7 p.m. again. It could be. Purgatory is coming on for an interview.
Aaron Cruz.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun time.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's nothing but a sweetheart. Like, I love the community. The community is so, like, beautiful. There's so many good things about it. Goat Man, thanks for sticking around. Good to see you, brother. Thank everybody in the chat. I'm going to cut out to the outro, do our little thing. If you want to hang out a minute, we can chat for a sec afterwards.
Cool. Beautiful.
Appreciate your support, guys. Long live the pantsless. Have a great night, and even better tomorrow.